No, people are so good at looking after what's the problem and how to solve that, but I'm more into what's the possibility and how can I get to that.
Meet Johanna. She's a coach for the people that are fed up with stress, anxiety, bad relationships, feeling lost, and also low self-esteem. She helps them to get back in their power and to shine.
Don't care so much about other people. Do your thing. Believe in yourself. Well, I'm super satisfied with passion. I really know that I have a super good product that is changing people's lives. So there is no reason they shouldn't buy my product.
How does she do it? She does 4 coaching sessions in a month with the team for $1,100, and then for $22,000 you get weekly sessions over the course of a year.
I work with a lot of big companies. That also makes it growing faster. I need one person and then I reach a lot of people.
1 million euros, 10 million Swedish kronor.
Yeah.
Welcome Johanna Halldén to the show. Johanna is a transformational coach for the people that are fed up with stress, anxiety, bad relationships, feeling lost, and low self-esteem. She helps people now to get back in their power and shine. Johanna, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Matt. It's a pleasure to be here.
Likewise. So let's take this away with what's your mission on this planet?
Oh, it's to make it a better planet. I have such a huge mission and I go for it totally. I gotta
Okay,
make a change in the
then
world.
before we double click on that, what did you do before you focused on that mission in your previous life? And then what inflection point made you start to focus on that mission?
Previous life, this lifetime or last lifetime? No, kidding. I've been working with this for almost 20 years now. So before I was in school, really. So I've done it my lifetime.
Okay, but was there any inflection point that made you start or focus on exactly that, or it was always
Uh,
clear and there was no inflection point?
yeah, when I was young, I wanted to become a veterinary. I wanted to take care about the animals. I have always been like going to the animals when I needed something. And when I got older, I kind of needed to start to communicate a bit more with people. So that's, I guess, it's a start of it.
Okay, good transition to talk about today. So what do you sell today? If you could guide me through your offers, where does it start on the low end, lowest price point? Where does it end on the high end, highest price point?
My lowest price, or it's in Swedish price, but it's about 1,000 euros for my lowest one, and the highest one is 20,000 euros. So the lowest one is
Nice.
actually more for private people that want to do a personal development course and have coaching. So I have a coaching team that does the coaching for me, and then the high price ticket is for people that actually want to become coaches, and then they can become coaches in my team. So it's kind of a big range in between.
Okay. And on the low end, this is just a course, and then it goes into group, and then one-on-one is on the highest price point. And are these price points also yearly price points, or one time, or for how long is the period?
The period is like they get 4 coaching sessions for an hour, but most of the time it's sometimes it's me, but that's more high tickets, and otherwise I have my coaching team that do one-on-ones with for the low price.
Okay. Okay. And for so $1,200, so €1,000, let's say $1,100, you get 4 coaching sessions with your team.
Yes.
So, okay. What do
I
you get with
started
4 the yeah?
Yeah, I started off with doing like growth coaching, but after a while I realized like I get so much further with doing the one-on-ones. So that's why I built the team with coaches that work for me, so we can do the one-on-ones with
Okay, so the
everyone.
difference is the lower price points is less amount of coaching sessions, and it's not you,
Mhm.
it's someone else, and the higher price points is with you and a longer period. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, that's correct.
Okay. So for the 20k euros, which is $22,000, how long is that? How many sessions do I get with you?
They work with me for a year,
Okay.
So
And then
I'm their
that's
coach.
monthly sessions, weekly sessions.
It's weekly.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Awesome. Who's the ideal client then? And if I were to interview them, what problem are you truly solving for them?
A lot of my clients is leaders, so it's like a lot about how how they need to take care of themselves and how they need to rethink to become better leaders. It always starts with themselves to become a better leader for someone else. So they need to do their inner journey. And I'm also both a coach and a therapist. So a lot of times we also go back and see what's happened before in their lives before we go forward and see what needs to happen in the future.
Yeah, that makes sense. Real quick, what software tools do you use to deliver the value to your customers?
I use Passion mostly, which works very well. I'm super satisfied with Passion, and yeah, I can really smoothly build the courses and share with the people, and also like do a copy of the course and do a special one for the one client that needs something different than from the other one.
Yeah, I love that. Good transition to talk about today. So, in success, how many total paying customers do you have today? And how many new customers come in a typical month?
Today I have about, oh, it depends on if you count only my customers. I have about 20, like high paying, because I can't take
Yeah,
more. And my team is having about 50. So every month it
amazing.
comes maybe 10 new.
10 you. How does that translate into revenue for like the overall business in a typical month?
Sorry again.
How does that translate into revenue for a typical month for the overall business, including your team?
I'm not a number person. I'm a people person. uh, how much do I make a month? Mm-mm-mm. I don't have the numbers in my head. Someone have to count
I
it
think
for
like
me.
if it's $22,000, and I'll do this in dollars,
Yeah.
$22,000 a year. Let's say that's ballpark $2,000 a month per client. You have 20 clients, that's $40,000. Then you have 50 which pay a
Yeah. Like,
thousand dollars for 4 sessions, which is also a month, right? So that's another 50K. So that would be
mm,
90K. And 90K times 12 would be 1.1 million a year USD. So 1 million euros, 10 million Swedish kroners.
yeah.
Is that correct?
Sounds about it. Yeah.
Congratulations. This is $1 million business. Lovely. Really good. Really good. Hey, and to understand growth, looking back, when did you start the business as is with these offers? In what year?
Uh, about 4 years ago. So 20, 2020 or yeah, something like that. 2020.
2020.
Mm.
And back then it was zero. So you're coming from zero, and now you're at the at the $1 million mark. Is that correct?
Yes.
And it's amazing. Well done. Congratulations. Really, really good. Strong growth. Amazing. Um, let's double click on the team then. How big is the team really? So what's the head count? And if I were to have that secret chat with your accountant, what are the biggest items on the cost side of the business?
Yeah, it's paying the coaches, I guess, and also I do a lot of courses myself, and my own coaches that I use that are coaching me. That's what I use money a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
money
yeah.
for. Mm.
Personal development on yeah, it makes sense. Coach to coach.
A
Okay.
coach, a coach always need to have a coach.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Makes total sense. 100%. And
Mm.
how big is the team? Like how many how many other, I mean, contractors or coaches do you have?
At the moment, it's about 20, but we spoke a little bit earlier, I've just translated the app, so I'm looking for new coaches for the team to work for me. And that's a lot of coaches I educate myself and then they start in my team, but I also have coaches
Yeah.
that is already educated somewhere else. If they suits my team, they can join even if I didn't educate them.
If you think the creator economy is really interesting, then I got something for you. On milliondollarcreators.club, we actually created a database of all the creators out there, and you see not just their fans, followers, subscribers, but actually how much money are they making. So with that, we bring now transparency into the creator economy, and you really see how are the best of the best get their customers, price their offers, create their offer stack, get customers, which tools are they using, how will they grow and triple their business going forward. So if that's interesting for you, including lists of who makes the most revenue, who has the fastest revenue growth, who has the biggest audience, who has the fastest growing audience, who makes the most revenue per follower, and who has the most exciting offer stack from low end all the way to the high end, then go to milliondollarcreators.club and enjoy the data. Nice. One more question before we go into customer acquisition, which is about then the ultimate proceeds of the business right now. So many creators I speak to, they say they have a net 80% business. That means, for example, from let's say $100, 80% is margin, and then they can reinvest that into either the business or buying real estate or crypto or whatever. Like, where's your profit margin, and what do you do with the proceeds?
Mm. Yeah, properties is always good. I also run a lot of retreats on Mallorca mostly. So maybe there is a property in Mallorca for the team to come and work and also for hosting the retreats. We'll see in the future.
Okay, got it. But right now you essentially keep it in the business, and at some point you will invest it. Is that correct?
Yes. Mm.
Good. Let's talk about customer acquisition. How do you actually get eyeballs and awareness about your offers? Because I see that you have an audience of about 3K on across social, so 1,679 on Instagram, 1,300 on LinkedIn, email list of 300. For the amount of revenue that you are doing, that is an outstanding amount of revenue per follower or a very small following in order to make such amount of revenue. So how do you get eyeballs awareness?
It's word of mouth a lot. I work with a lot of big companies. That also makes it growing faster. I need one person and then I reach a lot of people. Uh, so that's one way. And also I get a lot through LinkedIn. LinkedIn is an important tool for me, for sure. Because then I get
Okay.
to meet the people I need on the companies I work with.
Okay. For someone that doesn't have the experience that you have, how do you build word of mouth B2B business on LinkedIn? Like what are the secrets here to grow and convert?
Uh, to contact the people you want to contact, just go for it. Don't be like, believe in yourself and believe in your product, and you really have to, like, I really know that I have a super good product that is changing people's lives, so there is no reason they shouldn't buy my product.
Okay. Um Now how do you do that specifically? You send cold LinkedIn messages and say like
No,
check this out, check out my
mostly,
product, or how do you do it?
no, mostly it's I have a really big network that is not online. So I asked someone, do you know someone on Spotify, or do you know someone at this company, or do you know someone at this company that you can uh, help me get in contact with? Yeah, I know this one here, and I know that one here. So it's it's offline as well, and
Interesting.
that's such an important part, because it's a lot of like, you should do your business on LinkedIn or you should do it on Instagram and you should get all the customers there, but old school way is working really well for me.
Before we continue, there's one favor I would like to ask. If you enjoy what we do here and you enjoy the guests that we bring, please join Million Dollar Creators by hitting the subscribe button. And if you do, I'll make you a deal. I do everything in my power to make this show bigger and better for you. Do we have a deal? Enjoy the show.
Like being
Okay, and the
in
old school way.
yeah, like
Go ahead.
networking,
Networking.
like IRL in real life.
What's the, if someone wants to get started networking, has no clue how to do it, how do you actually get started? Well, what's the quickest path to success?
I would say join local networks. I also have a lot of local events that I invite people to, and they like my events, and then they join the course, and then they tell someone else.
Okay.
Also, I join a lot of like networks that I actually pay for to join. So I have a $1 million network that I'm in, and we give each other business as well. So
Interesting. So
classical.
something like the entrepreneurs,
Yeah,
like the entrepreneurs organization or other
yeah,
organizations where you are
yeah,
a paid member, and then you go to some of their events, or you host your own events, you
yeah,
invite people, and
yeah,
if the content is good, then they show up, and then you build
yeah,
a relationship, and
mm,
then you have a conversation, you convert them into your offer. Is that correct?
yeah. And also when I join courses myself, there is always people in there interested in my course, or maybe they have someone, a client for me, or they recommend something, and then it's growing.
Okay, clear. That's, I think, again, a really good transition to talk about the future. So how can you triple that business in the next 12 months? How's that possible?
Hmm. I don't have to push it that hard. I mean, I don't have to double it, do I? Why?
You're comfortable. You essentially have a good work-life balance. You're making enough money, and you're not looking to grow the business. If you were to grow it, though, let's say you want to triple, and you maybe have to work more and so on. How would you actually do it? Would you just like do more events and that's it, or how would you build it out further?
Yeah, I will build a bigger coaching team than the one I have now, because the coaching team works for me, so I don't have to work. And yeah, bigger events, I guess. I like to hosting
Okay.
the events as well, worldwide, so that's good fun part. But I don't like to travel too much
What's the
because I want
biggest?
to be home with the kids as well.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. What's the what's the biggest thing that's holding you back personally on unlocking the next level in your business or life? Doesn't have to be a triple. And what's your best bet to resolve it?
Hmm. I'm not a person seeing any problems.
That's
That's
interesting.
that's my mindset. I don't see any. I just see possibilities.
Okay,
So
okay,
there is
okay.
nothing really holding me back.
If I
Is
now
there
ask you,
something
if I now
holding
ask
you
you
back?
if I now ask you, like, if you see any problems with that mindset, then you would say no because you only see opportunities, right?
Yes, yes, for sure. No, people are so
Okay.
good at looking after what's the problem and how to solve that, but I'm more into what's the possibility and how can I get to that? Where, what
What's the
path
biggest
is that?
possibility that you've seen? What's the biggest possibility that you see yourself in your life right now?
That every people on this planet gets more conscious. That's the biggest possibility.
And what's the secret to becoming more cautious, in your opinion?
Hmm, being aware of your thoughts and choosing your thoughts. Like 95% is like we're not aware of 95% of our thoughts. We're aware of 5%. And so we do a lot of things just automatically instead of like, hey, I can decide, I can choose my thoughts.
Give me one trick how, because I'm like blind, right? Like we have blind spots, we don't see it. We're just in our in our rhythm to do what we've always been doing.
Yep.
Give me one nugget, one secret insight on how to break that pattern, to uncover and become more cautious about our thoughts.
A really good exercise is that you every day for about a week write down the thoughts you have in your head, and then you analyze what you those thoughts comes from, and then you talk to a coach. You can call me
Yeah, yeah, that
to
makes total sense. It's
analyze.
super simple and
Yeah, it
super
is.
simple
It
makes
is
total sense.
simple.
Yeah.
It is simple. Also, another thing, Rhonda Bryan has written a really good book called um, not the Power. She has the one The Secret, that's really famous. She
Yeah.
also have one book that is called The Power that I really can recommend to everyone to read, and that one is about this mindset that I'm just talking about, like see possibilities everywhere, see love everywhere,
Love it.
see kindness in all the people you meet. And the more aware of you, everything you think, everything you say, everything you talk about, when you talk about other people, always talk kindly, always shows your words. So never gossiping or never think anything bad of someone else's business. Always like share everyone else's business up. Simple. And then it comes back to you.
Love it. That's again a good transition talk about the next section, which is the favorite 5 sections, the fast-paced section. Please answer with one word if possible. So let's start off with what's your favorite book? And it's likely either The Secret or The Power.
Yeah, the power, not the secret. The power is so much more powerful. So read the power
Okay.
with one
What's your favorite
behind.
way?
Sorry, my
What's your
favorite.
favorite way to get inspiration? Favorite way to get inspiration or to learn and grow?
Read books. I love it. I read a lot of books, but I haven't
What's your
always
favorite?
been. Yeah, sorry.
What's your favorite person that you're studying? Your role model?
Deepak Chopra is good.
Yep. What's your favorite event or conference that you have attended or would love to attend?
I don't have any specific.
What's your favorite online tool for building your company?
Passion.
Thank you. What's your favorite city or place that you would love to move to?
I love Mallorca.
Very German. Okay, we're good. What's the biggest thing on your
Yeah.
mind?
Sorry, what's the?
The biggest thing on your mind?
Oh, how to make this world a better place.
Oh, I love
But
that.
it's
Personal
already happening.
section. Yeah, I know. Personal section, real quick. How many hours do you work per week then?
Hmm, 30 maybe.
And how many hours do you sleep per night?
Minimum 8 or 9.
Wow. What's the situation? Married, single, any kids? You said you got
Married
kids.
and 2 kids, 9 and 12.
Ah, yeah. And what's your age?
I'm 41.
Perfect. Advice section is the final section. So if you were to lose everything and have to build it all over again, how would you do it?
Hmm. Keep on meeting people. And I'm the person that I'm like, if I lose everything, like like material stuff, I talk, of course, not the family.
Yeah.
But if I don't care. I can start all over again. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. We have everything we need. Always.
What's the best piece of advice that you've ever received from someone?
Be aware of your thoughts.
Okay, you're quite focused on that. I love that.
Mhm.
And that also is a good segue to talk about the final question, which is if you could go back in time and have a conversation with your 20-year-old self, what's the best piece of advice that you would give to your younger self?
Oh, don't care so much about other people. Do your thing. Believe in
That
yourself.
makes sense. This is Johanna Halldén. She's a transformational coach for people that are fed up with stress, anxiety, bad relationships, feeling lost and low self-esteem. She helps to make the world a better planet. She is doing this for the very beginning after school. She started doing this already. Today you can work with her coaches or with herself, somewhere between $1,100 to $2,200. And she is quite focused right now on the Swedish market, but is now branching out to the English-speaking markets. She is looking for leaders, doing inner journey work with them in order to unlock them, to help them to unlock their next level. She started just 4 years ago, is now cracked the $1 million already. She is in a very comfortable spot where she spends time with the family and her business, and her focus is to help people to focus more on their inner thoughts, which they might not even be aware of, but becoming aware of them and then helping them to level up by being aware of their thoughts more. Thank you so much, Johanna, for sharing your passion and taking us to the next level.
Thank you very much, Matt, and good luck with the podcast. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Of course.